You know my story, right? Rise to fame from the pain to glory, right?
I am Bill Andis. Right now we're sitting in the dining room of Lancaster Pie and Coffee, downtown Lancaster. And my role is, besides the head dishwasher, I'm the head baker too. I'm a pie maker. And that's what we have around here is pies. It's not a traditional bakery where we have other cakes and cookies and stuff like that. We do handmade pies.
I am Bill's wife. My name is Tara Andis, and I do fillings, front of the house sort of things, and greet customers and have lots of fun with our community.
Awesome. Tell me the story about Lancaster Pie and Coffee.
That's going to be, I think Tara tells it the best because it was an organic grown situation that, I mean, we didn't stumble upon it, we built it, but we built it out of opportunity. And
so we thought we wanted something when we were ready to retire in about 10 years, and it was like, let's get a business, and in 10 years they can take care of us, and so we'll just do a business and someone else will run it or something. We didn't know, so we ended up buying a popcorn shop, and that was kind of cool how we got the popcorn shop. My girlfriend Liz Huss, who has a gallery next door, called me one day and said, this is going to sound crazy, but God woke me up and said, I need to ask you this. And she just thought I would know someone that might be like, that I would know someone that would want to buy her popcorn shop. And I was like, well, that's interesting. We've been talking about buying a shop. And so Bill came home from work and I said, well, Liz called today. She's got a popcorn shop for sale. And he said, well, I think we're buying a popcorn shop. So we bought the popcorn shop. It was kind of crazy because we were getting married the next month. So we didn't have a lot of time. We just thought we would run it, or that we would let the people that were running it run it, and we would get married, and we would eventually figure out what to do. And pretty quickly, it became apparent. Bill was like, let's make pies. So we ran the popcorn shop for a couple of months. Bill shut it down, converted everything into a bakery, started making delicious pies, and with a target date of opening on Pie Day. And so we opened on Pie Day, and we thought we would just be serving our friends and neighbors a slice of pie and a cup of coffee. And it turned out people really liked pie. So, a lot.
Yeah, I like to use the phrase, we were enthusiastically welcomed by the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So, the neighborhood, this was missing in Lancaster, not just Lancaster City, but Lancaster County. Believe it or not, there was no other pie shops around. And I'm not sure if you've traveled far and wide, whether you've visited a dedicated pie shop before. We have. Not many.
There's a couple here, but not in the city.
Not in the city, but just a pie shop. And we've had trouble ourselves getting pies for certain events. If we wanted to take a few pies, and unless you want to go to a grocery store and buy a grocery store pie, there was just no other options available. So we fixed that. And I think we were very enthusiastically welcomed by the neighborhood. Like, people thank us for being here, and it's pretty cool that they have a place to come get a slice of pie and a cup of coffee, and they have a place to pick up their holiday pies, and that helps us out too.
I was to say, it was really cool because for our soft opening the week before Pie Day, we were like, hey, let's just test this out and see what happens. And so we put out we told 4 people, and we put a sign out on the sidewalk. We didn't even have our sign up. That we were doing a soft opening, and we had lines out the door, and we kept on going like, where are these people coming from? We told 4 people, and they were like, you're all over social media. We're like, what social media? And so people just really helped us out, and all we didn't know what was going on, but it was fantastic.
Well, I've been walking. I was telling you a little bit before we started recording. I've been walking the street, and everybody kept telling me, come down, get down to the Lancaster Pie Company, get down Lancaster Pie and Coffee. And I finally get down here, and we meet, and instantly I see why. And it's you guys have this energy about you. And I walk in and it was a party in here and it was amazing. And it hasn't stopped because even here, everybody's greeted, even me intruding on a time and everything like that. Still, everybody was just, the customer service was excellent. And that's what I'm saying. They didn't know who I was at the time, or some big dude banging on the door, but they handled the situation. It was like, and most times I work in the street all day. Most times it's not like that. You know, when you're knocking on the door and somebody's trying to work, they're not cordial with you and they're not doing things. So I want to tell you guys as an owner and stuff like that, when you guys aren't here, you guys weren't here and that was what was going on. And that's amazing because that's a testament to you and how you run this operation and how you lead them.
Yeah, and it's also a testament to how amazing the crew is.
Yes.
So we do have a.
It is awesome. You know, like we've all had these experiences, and we all talk about it. And especially when people start here, you know, just telling the stories about how, you know, we've all had that experience where you've just had a really crappy day, or you're going through a crappy time in your life, and I've certainly had those experiences where it's like a hospitality worker like changes your day or changes your week, just by being nice and authentically nice and authentically interested. You know, not the like you know, we all know what the inauthentic hospitality situation is, but it's like, you know, we're gonna care about the people that are here, and we're gonna celebrate with them when they want to celebrate, and we've got butter and sugar, so it's a good chance we can make someone's day a little bit better.
That's perfect.
That makes a lot of people's day.
Yes.
However, the hospitality.
We're not very controversial.
No. The hospitality portion of it, and that, you know, points directly back to Tara and her love of people and her hospitality. And as far as I know, she's just the most hospitable type of person that I know. When we get people in here, and she said about people not having a good day, or sometimes people have a good day. We have people coming in here for date nights all the time. They celebrate their anniversaries here. They're trying to. We've had people trying to celebrate their anniversaries with a dinner downtown, and they end up here accidentally or something like that. And they had kind of like a crap dinner, or it just wasn't like special. You know what I mean? And Tara will ask them if it's their anniversary. She'll ask them what their wedding song was, and she'll play that music here. And all of a sudden, the dining room is just dedicated to the one couple that's sitting here, trying to celebrate their anniversary. Maybe they're fighting. Maybe they didn't, you know, want to go out, or they had it wasn't the most romantic anniversary dinner or whatever. But the amount of people that I've heard say this was the highlight of our trip, and there's a lot of cool places to eat downtown. So when they say this is the highlight of the day, it's just so touching.
And also, I have to give like the anniversary song. That was one of our staff who did that. I thought it was the coolest thing. And so I just want to say that wasn't me. That was like one of our amazing staff who started doing that, and it was like, that is so cool. Yeah.
And that's that's the feeling I get here is you guys, your style is very much empowering of your staff, and I think that's evident, and I want to compliment you all on that. Yeah.
Thanks. It is. They're amazing. So first of all, like we haven't recruited anyone. People show up and they say, "Can we make a pie? Can you teach me how to make a pie?" And Bill's like, "Sure, I'll show you how to make a pie." And every single person makes pies. So the baristas make pies. That's the first thing everyone learns to do. They learn to lattice pies, and they just become very proud of these pies and how beautiful they are. And you take your time making them, and then they, we don't have necessarily defined roles, so everybody jumps in, and Bill has one role for everyone: is just treat people the way you want to be treated, and the customers are first, and that's the rule of the land, and it seems to work, and everybody resonates with it, and they know what to do.
I mean, isn't that amazing that when you hire the right people, you have the right people in place, and all you need is one guiding factor, and it's like, let's all run to this common goal and do it in your own unique way, as long as we're all meeting here.
Right. Yeah. And that is, and there really has not been any recruiting. Okay, so when we opened up this place, people, our team has come to us, and it was like what Tara said. Can you teach me how to make pies, or I want to be a part of this? And our answer is okay. We'll give it a shot. And we haven't had 100% success rate. There's a couple of people it just wasn't for them, and that's okay. That's just not for them. But we do have an amazing staff of people that we love dearly, and we work hard, or we try and treat them in a way that they fall in love with us too, and then they love coming to work. And that is because we try and treat them the way we'd like to be treated.
And they're really cool people.
And they're cool
easy.
people. My
They're
goodness,
really
they come
cool.
to us and they say, "I want to make pies," and we say, "Okay."
Yeah.
And we have them make pies, and
Yeah.
they're made. It's hard work. They're made by hand, one at a time. When people look at a pie and they have to crimp the pie to make it look pretty, or weave a lattice on top of a pie. They don't know what to do, but then we show them what to do, and all of a sudden, out of the oven comes this beautiful pie that I hate to say it rivals grandma's, but it's second best to only the grandmother's pie. And on the rare occasion someone says this is better than grandma's, I try and put the hush on that, because I don't want to compete with grandma. I just want a pie that is genuine and authentic, and there's no shortcuts, there's no extra ingredients. It's just wholesome. It's flour and butter and sugar and fruit or chocolate or something,
Or cream, or
cream.
Yeah. There's no.
And
we we live in an area where all of these things are so accessible to us, which is really awesome, because there are days where Bill might be out picking peaches and they're in a pie by the end of the night. Like, he actually went and picked the peaches and then comes back here, and people have got them in pies by the end of the night and serving them. And that's a pretty cool place to live.
Yeah.
Or we have partners that call us that say, "Hey, you want some heirloom tomatoes for your tomato pie?" And they come, I'm going to pick you a crate this morning. It's just when the harvest starts happening, which will happen here in a couple of weeks. It's just so many resources around here to get this amazing fresh fruit that Lancaster County has. So I do think that for the most part, they are pies that can only be done here, because they're all with local vendors.
Yeah.
That adds even more positive energy to it. So you have your positive energy that you're brewing inside of here, and then you have the vendor connection with everything else. That's just, you guys are just overloading the universe with good karma, and it's amazing.
We're trying real hard. One of the things that it's pie and coffee, so we do try and make really, really good coffee, but we use coffee that's roasted about 5 blocks away, and it's a special blend, and we stay in contact with the roasters to make sure everything's good, to make sure we're doing their coffee justice, and they want to do us justice by giving us fresh roasted stuff, and it's delivered every week, and it's roasted, so it's very, very fresh. But it goes, part of making having a coffee shop is like all the barista type drinks with the lattes and all the fancy stuff that the kids nowadays like, and so we sell a lot of we use a lot of dairy products for our pies, and that would be like any of our cream pies or anything like that, but we have local, all that stuff for our coffee drinks and for our pies. That dairy comes from Lancaster County cows. It doesn't go on a truck, a tanker truck, and get shipped to a processing facility. We actually get the milk and the half and half.
Yeah, so we'll give a shout out. We'll give a shout out to Pineview Dairy, Maple
Pineview Dairy,
and
Maple Hoff Dairy. These guys are doing, they're working extraordinarily hard. They're probably awake milking cows when we're still asleep, and we're up all the time. We don't even sleep that much, but they're milking the cows. But it's awesome to be able to buy the products like that it didn't go on a tanker truck or into a processing factory and then shipped out on trucks to us. Like, we go get it.
Yeah, and we
And
get to tell people about them too, which is very cool. It's like pies are pretty simple, but all the ingredients are local, and we have a lot of folks. This is a big tourism area, so we get to talk to a lot of folks from out of town, and we get to tell them like, "Hey, go check out Pine View Dairy. This is where your cream
Nice.
came from." So it's just Lancaster's a very cool place. It's perfect for pies.
it is, and it extends beyond the coffee that's roasted right here and the dairy that's milked right here. There's the in season fresh vegetables that Tara alluded to earlier, like the tomatoes for our tomato pie, which Tara developed that formula, and it's just, I don't know, it's a cross between the best pie you ever had and the best pizza that you ever had. This tomato pie, it's just, I don't know, it's like a mouth orgasmic type of an experience. And, they're grown right here. And, I don't think you can make a good tomato pie without fresh basil. Of course, that's grown right here too. And, we have access to Central Market, and, these guys are bringing us their fresh produce and fresh vegetables. And, I'm not sure what time it is right now, but we are right at the very threshold of fresh asparagus season right now and fresh rhubarb season. So we're excited to get to Central Market and talk to some of our vendors, because we do get a lot of stuff from Central Market, and get some of these fresh asparagus and put them in our quiches. And it makes a big difference, I think, when we're doing that. If nothing else, it makes a big difference when we come into the pie making process and we're making a quiche with like fresh asparagus. I don't know, it makes me feel better when I'm making it. And if you feel good while you're making a pie, I think the pie turns out a little bit better.
Well, and too many times people want to put a genuine, authentic product out to consumers, but the way that they procured the ingredients might have just been just the most bland and sterile, commercialized way possible. And while, yes, their attempt is to be genuine or authentic in their home, and I can see why you would, without the entire supply chain being authentic, it's like you have a much fuller story.
Yeah, and I think that comes from being right in the heart of
Lancaster
County.
We've got so many resources, and it's not. I will say too, it extends to. We're in such a great place. It extends to everything. It's like the art on the walls is local. We just have so many great resources here that you can just bring them all together in like this teeny little couple 100 square feet of a shop, and to say, hey, this is Lancaster. And also Lancaster in general is, I find, to be such a warm, welcoming, open community. Our neighbors are fantastic. The town is fantastic. So we're in a culture of hospitality, really. That's what people in Lancaster do. And so
it's what people in Lancaster do, but nobody does it like Tara. Loves on people and loves
everyone.
Loves on
It's
people.
everyone.
I tell a lot of people that come in and they make comments about how the vibe of the place and the hospitality of the place, and it's like, well, we would have you over to our house if we could and entertain
It's
you.
very dirty though.
But we haven't. She mentioned that. Well, we kind of got into this fiasco like a month before we got married.
Yeah, so you can tell we're newlyweds too.
We haven't.
So yeah.
Yeah, so we haven't really cleaned our house. So we can't invite you over to our house, but we can. Yeah. We can be hospitable to you here and serve you pie that we would be proud to serve to anybody.
You know my story, right? Rise to fame from the pain to glory, right?